Hello, good morning, everyone, uh, or good afternoon. Welcome to another round of speed puzzling. This is the first round of individuals, and we're gonna start in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Um, we got a few strong participants in this first round. One of them, for example, are in the first 10 tables. Uh, the last year's Finnish champion, Emilia Korhonen, uh, is sitting on table number one together with Emilia Liberman, which she was the eighth place last year in the Finnish championship. Then we got some also other names, some international guests. Yeah, so we got some also international guests, for example, Victor, Steffi, Forisa, uh, Ulrika, and Marilis. Um, yeah, I believe it's gonna be very exciting. Uh, we're all expecting to see the puzzle, which will be revealed soon enough. In about 30 seconds, we're gonna see the puzzle. Everyone seems to be excited and nervous. This is super nice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they go. All right. This seems to be the puzzle is the cat's house plant. Seems to be quite fun looking puzzle. And I think that this puzzle will be a fast one. I'm writing in the chat the name of the puzzle. And now you'll be able to see on the screen the puzzle image. And this seems to be, yeah, definitely. It's very detailed. There is different cats that I guess it's possible to focus on one at a time and perhaps not going towards the edges first. Um, some repetition with the color green, but it's not too bad because they're in different shapes. So it's definitely looking like a really fun puzzle and something that will fly. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely busy. And feel free to share your opinion on the time that we'll have today for the winner. Um, at least my opinion would be somewhere around uh, 30 minutes. It's definitely a busy image, but sometimes this, uh, from what I've seen before, this type of puzzles, sometimes it's the strong suit of different puzzlers, where they prefer this type of detailed or busy image. As meanwhile, there is also other type of puzzlers that are rather have like more type of landscape puzzles. Um, yeah, I'm not entirely sure which one I would go with. Both of them seem to be maybe the detailed puzzle, maybe the detailed puzzle because then it's like getting some pieces, well, working some sections uh, at a time, and then just connecting the puzzle islands little by little until we assemble all the puzzle. Maybe, maybe it's nicer that way, and we're probably gonna see something similar like that. I but from the commentary station, I can see that there are already some people that are focusing on edges, and then there are other people that are focusing on building up the sections. It's really interesting to see that. Yeah, it's definitely busy. It, the tables are quite close to each other, and it might it might be something that is a little bit tricky for the judges to walk around as well. It can be quite tricky. But the space itself, the location itself is a little bit small. So this is why just gotta work with something. A small correction to the name of the puzzle. This is the name. Uh, Crazy Cats, Tom Cat's Houseplants. Sorry for the confusion. And based on the data from my speed puzzling, it seems like a lot of people already done this puzzle. At least there is close to 100 inputs, and one of them that already done it from this competition is Hanna and Emilia Korhonen. Um, I don't see at least Victor's name, but yet again, not everyone is placing their times in my speed puzzling. But from here, it's possible to see that the time that it might take is around 45 minutes. This is at least from the basically top 10, between 45 to 50 minutes. So it might be more or less the amount of time that it will take today. Um, and as always, this is something that we might see some surprises if already some people already done this puzzle. Since the puzzle was published, then we can see some possible surprises if anyone have done it multiple times already. Um, it's always the tricky part with published puzzles in competitions. I completely agree with you, Claudia. I think it's always good to try to give as many people as possible the opportunity to puzzle and participate in this type of competitions, because this is something that it's already scary to go to a competition, and having the opportunity to actually have it available for people to participate, it's just great. Just as a side note, there's many competitions that are happening during this weekend. For example, there is the US competition, US Nationals, Denmark, UK, and as you probably already know, the Finnish Nationals over here. Uh, this would be the third day of the US Nationals. Um, they already had, from the looks of it, the puzzles they had over there are really amazing. Um, I actually don't know if it's actually um, exclusive puzzles. it is it is just completely amazing. And one really cool thing to see is that they are sort of restricting from people to doing the edges because the it seems like the edges are looking w- are having a certain pattern that is repeating. For example, in the individual A, we can see just pink flowers all over the edges, and that really complicates stuff. It, it, so it basically drives you to do the center of the image or building building up towards the edges instead of the other way around. And this is very, very, very beautiful puzzles in my opinion. Although I think that the collage type of puzzles, like they had in the individuals B, is it, it might be the best one, at least for me, because it seems like you're able to do many, many different kind of little puzzles and then construct it into one puzzle. So it's, at least in this case, it would be um, around 40 mini puzzles that you can do in the individual B. Um, let's see what's going on in the UK. Hmm. Yeah, at least for the UK, I'm not really able to see the puzzles, but I think that I heard that there is there is some unpublished one. I don't know if it's all of them. I also don't know. And what about Denmark? What Denmark has? Oh, if I'm not mistaken, this is unpublished one. What the for the team's final in Denmark? I will definitely need to check it out. But basically, it's a let's see what's the name of this puzzle. It's a really beautiful looking puzzle. So I can try to describe that to my best of my ability until I find the name of the puzzle. It's a it's sort of a mansion uh, with in the background there is some grayish clouds and there is also a garden with many red flowers. I think it's roses. Yeah, it's roses. And then on the left side there is yellow trees. On the right side there is some darkish gray trees. And we can see also another building in the background. So that was for the team's final. Um, let me see. Let me see. was a nice try, but no. Then for the pairs, they had for the first round the glacier glacier puzzle, which is basically it's completely blue. All the puzzle is just one blue puzzle. Uh, but it seems to be really, really great times for this puzzle. Under 1 hour, it's really good time. Um, and then for the round B, for the pairs, it was the Snoopy puzzle, Peanuts. And then another for the finals, they had this Power of Nature puzzle. It's a really beautiful looking puzzle, and I think it's quite perfect for pairs, since it's possible to split up between the top, which is just the sea, and then to the mountains that are just green. So I think it's possible to split it up like that. And to your question, Lynn, uh, it's unknown yet if it will be published puzzles for the final or not. I guess we'll need to wait until the finals to see. So far, it's really great progress from people are building it in a really, really similar way. Seems like building up the first the sign on the top, then going towards the blue area, and then focusing on the pink area of the puzzle. wondering what would be the next part that they will start focusing on after building the sofa with a black cat uh, just laying down there sleeping. Perhaps either the shelf or the uh, cabinet on the left, the turquoise cabinet. Um, that might be might be the case. It appears that there is multiple puzzles from this series of crazy cats. Um, and there are crazy cats everywhere. Um, all right, Hannah joined me over here, and we're gonna try to commentate together.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah. So, so what do you think about today's puzzle?
I don't know, it looks really, really difficult. I think yesterday, well, of course, that was Paris, that's different, but you would expect that maybe now the fastest time would come around now. Um, but it's already 26 minutes and it seems like they still have a lot to do. So exciting. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I don't think this is a puzzle I would personally enjoy doing if I did it at home. So I'm really
Yeah.
happy I'm volunteering here and not actually participating.
Yeah. If you
um,
needed to do the puzzle, how would you do the puzzle?
Hmm. Yeah, well, I'm not an expert. I feel like I bring very little to the table, but like I think you can see also with the participants that they started with the yellow sign on top, and then what else did they do? Like
Yeah,
a purple cushion
yeah,
below.
that's true. That's true. And then they've done also the door, and I think that this is just a puzzle where you split into certain these some sections
Yeah,
where it's easy to find the details of that section. Then you just assemble that and then put everything together. So this is what the the beauty of this busy puzzles, where
yeah,
you can actually focus on limited sections.
yeah. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But then really hard to find the pieces on the
Oh
table,
yeah.
I imagine, because there's so many little little pieces. Yeah, someone in the chat
Yeah.
also seems like Victor is ahead by very little, I would say.
Yeah, this is gonna be tight. This is gonna be a close competition between
Hmm.
all of this first row. But it's because this is a published puzzle, we might have some surprises from the back as well. It's always a possibility because if someone does this puzzle multiple times, then their time may improve quite significantly, and we might see them on the top.
Yeah.
This is something that s- can be quite tricky in this type of competitions, and I certainly hope that on the finals it will be an unpublished puzzle. So basically, in an unpublished puzzle, it evens out the plane between all the participants.
Yeah. Do you know if it will be an unpublished puzzle in the finals?
No, I don't know.
No, me neither. Me neither.
So we're gonna just see it.
Yeah.
So you're over here as a judge. How do you feel? Like, how was your experience yesterday as a judge over here?
Oh,
How,
I think it's so much fun volunteering. I think as a judge, one of the main advantages is that you can walk in between. Um, so I think that was also my main reason for volunteering here is that I could have like a great overview of what everyone's doing. And then, selfish as I am, I always try to be a lit in the front, so I could see the first,
yeah.
the first times. And yesterday I was really happy because I wrote down the time of Victor, and that was my personal victory.
Super
um,
nice.
so
Yeah.
yeah, if someone's watching and wants to volunteer, I highly recommend. It's so much fun. The people here are really nice. You really need no experience at all. It's just writing down times. At least that's what I've been doing. There's of course other things that needs to be done. Um,
This motivated you to puzzle yourself?
mm,
Do you think that you'll go ahead and go and buy a puzzle and start puzzling
oh
as
no,
well?
I have bought puzzles.
You wa-
No, yeah, for the people that aren't here, like downstairs there was like a flea market kind of thing with people selling secondhand puzzles. So I bought two yesterday. I bought the for anyone who watched Worlds, like the Monaco puzzle
Right.
was I think in one of the rounds. That's the one I bought. So yeah, exciting times.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe next year you'll compete as well.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe, maybe. I think I'm more a watcher.
Yeah, I actually haven't done too much puzzles myself. I've done 1 week of speed puzzling last year, and that's my experience. So,
1 week.
1 week.
What do you mean 1 week? Every day a puzzle.
Every
Oh,
day a puzzle.
oh,
Well,
okay, okay,
not even 1 week, it's
okay,
5 days.
okay. A work week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just so tiring. I,
Right?
yeah. So I, I felt quite exhausted after doing that, and I was like, okay, because I couldn't get under 2 hours and a half. So it
Yeah.
was like, oh, how other people are doing this under
Yes.
1 hour? This is just crazy.
And I have terrible concentration personally.
Mm.
So if you're not that good, it's a long time of concentrating.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't know, keeping up the motivation, the rhythm and everything,
Yeah.
keeping up the pace is just very, very difficult.
Yeah, I
But
agree. I have a lot of respect for these people.
yeah, definitely. And the thing is that as better as you get, the more puzzles that you can accomplish in 1 day. So it's like a positive loop
Yeah,
that you can, I don't know, you can squeeze in more practices over a day.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I the better you are, the better you can become as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I was talking to one of the organizers now competing as well yesterday, and they also said that if you start puzzling now, like the learning curve in the beginning is so what's it called, like steep, like you
Yeah,
learn so fast in the beginning. So the beginning is maybe the most fun part.
yeah. I would say it's similar to my experience with learning Finnish.
Yeah. It's only fun in the beginning.
Yeah, but we're already 32 minutes in. It seems like, and I think there is like, I would say, uh, somewhere between 80 to 100 pieces for some people, and Victor is much less.
Yeah,
Victor is doing
yeah,
really, really great over there. I would say that Victor got around 30 pieces, and also Steffi is doing amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
It seems like Stephanie and Victor are now.
Yeah, they're really head to head over
Yeah,
there. And these final moments of the first finishers is always very exciting, and I find it I don't know, I find it a little bit nerve-wracking
yeah.
because every second counts over there. And let's say you finish up the puzzle and then you find out that one of the pieces is missing.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
can,
I think that really brings in like a fun strategic element as well, like when to call time. And I think my experience so far, at least yesterday, it seemed like the moment people saw that one piece was missing, they basically immediately set time. Almost no one. I don't think anyone yesterday, at least the people that I looked at, would like considered looking for the last piece. They just immediately say time and take like the 10-second penalty. I think that's also really interesting. I wish there were stats on that.
yeah, yeah. And what do you think about the pair round? Well, so let me specify the question. In a pairs, do you think what can be the things? How would I say that? What could contribute the most in pairs to be able to achieve a really good time? Pairs and teams.
A good time. Well, I don't know. I've never done a Paris puzzle or a team puzzle,
And
so.
this is why it's really good because this is from a perspective that you've never done it.
Hmm.
So what did you see that, for example, on the top pairs, on the top teams, what did you see that they've done that was so good that they managed to get like a really good time?
Hmm. Well, I think one thing that you notice when you walk around, and that you maybe don't really see on, like if you watch it from the live stream, is that a lot of the people talk with each other a lot. Like, let's do this, let's sort this, let's start with this thing. Oh,
Oh,
and we
we
have a
got a
finish! Oh!
yeah,
We totally missed it!
yeah.
Oh! That's how
Victor
fast it can
finished.
go. Victor finished in 35, 31 or something. Really
Yeah,
impressive.
something like that. That's absolutely amazing.
That's how fast it can go. We totally missed it. Or at least I
Yeah,
did. Until I heard
yeah.
the applause.
It was like 30 pieces
Amazing.
just a
So
moment
well
ago.
done. Amazing time.
Yeah, definitely. It's the top time in the My Speed Puzzling, which is a website where it has all the finishing times.
Yeah.
Well, you're basically able to put
What was the fastest time? I'm really curious.
yeah. No, one moment, I'm gonna uh, yep, that was the
Oh yeah.
fastest time.
Yeah.
So the fastest time over here in My Speed Puzzling for someone who've done it multiple times is 41 minutes and 56 seconds. And Victor just done it in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. I'm just wondering if you've done it already before or not, because it does have some influence. Uh, However, it's still absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It really is. I wonder if with these kind of things, like doing it in a competition makes you faster or slower, you know?
I think that it does make you faster because first of all you got this competition mode
Yeah,
where
true.
the adrenaline is kicking in, and it's I think that the personal best records or personal records, you would see it most likely in competitions. I think the next one to finish would be Steffi.
Yeah, I think so too. There's quite a big gap in between, a way bigger gap than I thought.
Yeah,
There would be if you asked me 10 minutes ago. But they're also
yeah,
doing amazing.
yeah. Yeah, this is just final pieces for Steffi. I would say it's up to 15 pieces. So we're gonna see second place very soon. Yeah, I think in the next 5 seconds? No, 10 seconds.
Almost,
Less,
almost,
yeah,
almost.
less pieces.
Last
Uh,
pieces. Under
uh,
39?
yeah, come on, come
Come
on,
on.
come on, come on.
No. Yes.
Nice.
39-1.
Almost under 39.
Amazing. Amazing.
Wow, that's really, really
Oh,
great.
is there a piece missing? I see them
Oh,
pointing. Oh, so maybe a plus 10.
that's annoying to have a missing piece.
Oh, it was on the podium. Oh,
How did it get there?
really flew away.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
the penalty for the missing piece is 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So that sometimes can be very, very crucial. For example, if it's a tight head-to-head type of situation.
Yeah. But luckily for Stephanie, not in this case.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the third place will come
Yeah.
uh, in a few more minutes.
Yeah.
So back to the question.
Oh, yes.
So what did you see in teams and pairs that yesterday that was like stood out for you?
Oh, yeah. I think I was talking about that they were talking a lot. So I think, yeah, that's something that I noticed that people usually have a plan or like they communicate very well and like someone, like one person does the edge or something. So I think that is something that stood out to me. Do you have anything that is standing out to you?
Yeah, so one of the things is that I would say that switching up the places.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that sometimes can freshen up
Yeah.
and get a new angle to the way that you see the puzzle or see the pieces, and it sometimes really it's a game changer sometimes.
Yeah.
Communication is absolutely the key for
Mhm.
this. Uh, it's just it's essential for a team or pairs to be able to communicate and also expressing if you're stuck.
Yeah.
This is very important because if you're stuck, then you want to be able to express it so you can switch up or the other thing is not to get stuck or to say like if by that I mean that letting go if you get stuck.
Yeah.
It's sometimes hard to do that. Uh,
Yeah, and it's part of the game to get stuck, I think, also,
yeah,
So
definitely.
I think yesterday was also a funny moment. I think in Paris when where Victor and Hannah were puzzling here at the in front of the podium and they did a switch, but they they did it like they were both running, but they kind of ran into each other, like, and they had this little dance. Sometimes that you
Yeah,
also have when you bump like in onto someone on the street, and you both do like a little to the left, a little to the right.
a quick dance
so,
off.
so there's many skills here that need to be practiced.
Oh, definitely. And it was quite an experience to see like one table on the podium.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And there's so much
okay,
space here, and it's still.
yeah. I think it's much more nerve-wracking over there on the podium
Oh
where
yeah.
everyone like you it's Imagine you're in a plane and you're sitting in front of all the people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, whoa. I wonder if it actually had some role into their puzzling when they were puzzling, if they were thinking about it
Yeah.
actively. Um, but the other thing about the podium that it's actually rotating a little bit, or vibrating a little bit when
Mm.
you walk on it.
Oh,
uh,
cool.
it I think that could have been a little bit annoying.
Maybe, but I feel like these people are so locked in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like anything could be happening around them.
There is also one special participant in this round. I don't know if you know this participant, but it's this one over there. This is Prim Prim.
Oh, the bear.
Yeah,
Oh, what is it? What is it?
it's a red panda.
A red panda, of course.
He-
I'm so
oh,
sorry for calling it a bear.
Yeah, this is one of the strongest participants today,
Yeah.
and it's watching us, the commentators, quite
Yeah.
fiercely.
Yeah. In the eyes,
Yeah.
staring.
Think that we might see soon another finisher. Uh, it's looking quite
Yeah, I
good.
think the next three will be very tight.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And one thing to keep in mind that over here, now it will be the next finishers will be finishers.
Yeah.
So that will be counted towards the final ranking.
Yeah.
So unofficially, there it will be third place, or unofficially it will be first place.
How does that work with the awards? Do you know?
Um, so the awards is supposed to be, uh, well, for Finnish citizens.
Mhm.
There's supposed to be first place, second place, third place, and then there is also some for just individuals awards as well for the first place, second place, and third place. And then for pairs and teams, it's only for Finnish citizens.
Okay.
So if there is a combination between a Finnish citizen and a resident or an international guest, then they won't be counted towards the final award or the final ranking.
Mhm.
Uh, this kind of things is a little bit unfortunate because oh, we'll get back to that
Oh,
soon because we're
getting really
gonna have
close.
a finisher.
Last pieces, four left, five
Less
left.
pieces for Emilia Korhonen and one. That's it.
Yes. Amazing.
Great. That was absolutely great. 46 minutes and
46.
6 seconds or so. And it, now it's gonna be between Inka and Emilia Liberman. Seems
First Emilia to finish.
yeah, Emilia is a popular
Yeah.
name.
Already a tough competition in itself to be the first Emilia to
Yeah.
finish.
Right. This is gonna be. I think for both of them, it's more or less the same amount of pieces between Inka and Emilia Liberman.
Yeah. I think they have very similar sections left also.
Yeah, and this is also something that I noticed that a lot of the people around here are building almost exactly the same,
Yeah.
and it's like everyone coordinated between them to build that way.
Yeah.
It's just very cool to see that.
Well, I guess that just confirms that that is Like that is the probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, if all the best puzzlers are doing it the same way, then it seems like both, for example, still have the section left that's underneath on the left, underneath the blue,
Yeah.
and then a couple of small pieces here and there. Like the gray pot seems to be something that's still left for both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also on the right corner, I think that's just a lot of beige, like right lower corner.
This is I'm currently speechless. I'm just I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's really commentating is harder than I thought it would be.
Oh, definitely. I ran out of words already yesterday.
Has it been fun commentating?
It's been an experience.
Okay. I will not ask any follow-up questions. Did also some of the players want to be in the commentating here? Have you had some or no?
Yeah, but they usually run away.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it as well.
I get it. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it now.
Maybe later I will be able to pull up some.
Yeah. You do look a bit intimidating.
Oh no.
No, I'm joking. It seems like Amelia's ahead.
Yeah, this is yet not yet the Finnish champion. So-
See, last one, last four.
And last
One,
pieces.
one piece.
And
Yes,
nice.
done. 50-20.
Yep. Yeah, so this is
Amazing.
also a great time. Definitely a great time. And this is second Finnish person to finishing. However, it's important to remember that this is not yet the finals. So there is still one more round left and then the finals,
Yes.
where then it's really important. But in any case, as Claudio was mentioning, and I mentioned also earlier, there are four nationals this weekend. There is the US nationals, there is the Danish nationals, then there is UK nationals, and ours.
Oh,
So
exciting.
it's quite hard to follow up with everything.
Yeah.
So I really wonder how people are watching this, if they're splitting their screens or getting.
Yeah. For anyone who's watching, thank you so much for choosing the Finnish nationals.
Yeah.
I think that makes it even more special if we. Oh, next finisher.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
And 51 minutes.
Uh, Hello, Claudia. Yeah, the the sound is indeed off. Uh, so this is the last minutes of the first round. We got less than 5 minutes to go. Um, for the qualification, it's always nice to see that everyone finish up the puzzle. However, I'm not entirely sure if this would be the case today. It seems like there is a lot of people that haven't uh, haven't finished up yet. Um, eh, I think that it's good to have some puzzle that everyone finish and feel satisfied with completing the puzzle. This is really it's a motivator for the participants to go again next year and see that this is not too intimidating, not like it was last year that um, there was the panda in the Finnish nationals. It was individual round, uh, individual finals, if I'm not mistaken. And the panda puzzle was extremely difficult. And the end result was that only 9 people finished up. So this is not kind of an experience for the first nationals in Finland to have only 9 participants finish up the, the individual puzzle. Um, but this year it looks better, definitely an improvement. And it would be also good to see that the second round won't be as difficult. It would be quite good to keep yourself motivated. Um, yeah, we got 2 minutes for the end of the round. This is for the people that are close to finishing. This is a really great time to boost up, speed up, push yourself to get the puzzle assembled. And I think that there are multiple people that are actually close for to finishing up. And we're getting closer to last minute of this round. The next round will start, um, let's see, in about an hour. Hold on. No, I need to check. Uh, no, it will start in about half an hour. Sorry. And less seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the time. First round is completed. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you later on in the next rounds.